The last broadcast. It started like any other night in the booth. I worked overnights at KXRT, a small AM radio station buried somewhere between static and silence. We didn't have listeners anymore, not really, a few long-haul truckers, maybe, or insomniacs who stumbled onto us by accident. Mostly, it was just me, 2 microphones, a control board older than I was, and a city that forgot we existed. But at 1:03 a.m. that Tuesday, the phone rang. Not the studio line. Not the request line. The old black rotary phone in the corner, the one we weren't supposed to use. KXRT, I said, trying to sound professional. A long hiss. Then a voice, ragged and close, like someone speaking with their mouth pressed against the receiver. Don't play track 7. I frowned. Excuse me? You're scheduled for an old promo tape tonight. Track 7, don't play it. It's not a song anymore. And then, click. Dead air. I stared at the phone. We didn't even have tapes anymore. Everything was digital. But I checked the overnight playlist anyway, scrolling through my queue. At 3:15 a.m., there it was, promo, tape archive. 7 tracks. Curiosity kills more than cats, it kills overnight hosts too, apparently. The file was ancient, digitized from a reel-to-reel. The first 6 tracks were harmless station IDs, KXRT, bringing you the night, that kind of thing. Track 7 was just labeled, 7. No length listed. Against every screaming instinct, I clicked preview. At first, it was silence. Then a faint, rhythmic pulse, like a heartbeat through a wall. Underneath, a distorted voice, slowed down, layered over itself, whispering something that didn't sound like words. And then, a single phrase, clear as glass breaking. You're not supposed to be here. The request line lit up. Line 1. Line 2. Line 3. All at once. Nobody ever called. Ever. I picked up the first. Hello? A man's voice, shaking. You played it. Oh God, you played it. Click. Second line, a child crying. No words. Just a sob that dissolved into static. Third line, heavy breathing. Then a whisper, my own voice, recorded somehow, saying, "You're not supposed to be here." When I looked up at the monitor, my playlist was gone. Every file replaced with 7. Every single one. The booth was cold now, like someone had opened a freezer. My breath fogged the glass between me and the empty studio floor. The on-air light wasn't red anymore. It was blue. And from the speakers, not music, not noise, but the sound of a crowd, distant but growing louder, like hundreds of people were gathering somewhere just out of sight. Chanting. Not words, not English, but something like vowels chewed into static. There's a security mirror in the booth, convex, lets you see who's behind you without turning around. I caught movement in it. Not behind me, in it. The booth, reflected, wasn't empty. It was full, packed with people, shoulder to shoulder, faces blurred like bad reception, all standing silently, watching me. One of them raised a hand and pointed. Directly. At me. The rotary phone rang again. I answered with a shaking hand. You let it out, the ragged voice said. It only needed to be heard once. What the hell is this? Who are you? doesn't matter now. It's awake. You're the last voice before the signal drowns. The signal? You'll see. Or maybe you won't. Maybe none of us will. Click. At 4 a.m., every light in the station went dark. The only glow came from the console, still feeding out 7, still broadcasting. Through the studio glass, the city skyline was wrong. Buildings were in the wrong places. The freeway lights ran in impossible curves. The moon, no longer pale white, but a deep, angry orange, like it was burning from the inside. And the crowd I'd heard before? Now I could see them, out there, in the parking lot, in the streets, faces still blurred, all looking up at the broadcast tower, mouths open, silent. Waiting. I did the only thing I could think of. I leaned into the mic. This is KXRT. If anyone's still out there, turn off your radios. Smash them. Destroy them. Whatever's in this signal, it's not meant for us. But even as I spoke, the words in my headphones weren't mine anymore. They were the same phrase, looping endlessly, in hundreds of voices layered over one another, some screaming, some whispering. You're not supposed to be here. And then, nothing. Not static. Not silence. Just absence. Like the world itself took a breath and didn't let it out. They found the station empty in the morning. No sign of me. No power outage logged. No missing time. But at exactly 3:15 a.m. every night since, a forgotten AM frequency lights up again, just long enough to play a single track. Nobody who's heard it twice has ever been found.